Happy Saturday, Texas. We are back at it. Of course, bringing you the heat right here on the Connect Network TV on the CW. And yes, before the holidays, Wendy, we are getting into the things with women in business and female entrepreneurs.
Today's show is all about living in purpose,
Yes.
building your social proof, and launching your business with success.
All things that we need, right? As we grow, we're wrapping up the year. Our girl, Michelle Hammonds, is off today. Go check her out. I know she is dropping all of the fun stuff over at the Michelle Hammonds. But first up today, we're back with Brittany Renee. You may remember her. She has been with us in the past, also over in Miami. She's not just a consultant and coach who is living in her purpose, okay? She is also launching this amazing podcast. We're going to get into that today. You won't want to miss it. But also her brand new clothing line. Hey, Brittany girl. Hey.
You have launched a brand new clothing line that really speaks to your vision, business, and purpose. Tell us all about it.
Yes, so Signature Required was definitely birthed in alignment with my purpose. I wrote a book titled Putting on Face, and so I talked about the scars that I hid behind a smile. And so originally, Signature Required was going to be an adult clothing line. But when I went through, all the things that I went through, I said, what is the legacy that I want to leave behind? And what is that one thing that no one can take away from me? And that was my name. And from there, I went with it, and, I live by inspiring until I expire and walking in my purpose. And so I really just wanted to create a brand aiming to inspire others to know that their name has power. And so when you sign your name, your signature means something. And, really just teaching our generation underneath us that their name has power. Athletes, entrepreneurs, entertainers, make sure you know what you're signing your name on when you're signing contracts.
So good. And what has been most interesting getting into the process of getting into the apparel industry?
Well, I will put this disclaimer out. I am no fashion guru. I love to dress. So I would say like learning, and just everything that apparel entails. Definitely new territory for me, but very fun in learning. So I learned to pivot in that also, knowing that I can have a luxury line, and then I can have a premium brand, and I can have basic wear, and so just kind of learning the different things and really knowing my target audience is very important, because you want to give the people what they want.
Yes, you do. And when did you know that it was time to incorporate this as the additional piece in your business? I know we hear entrepreneurs say, add something symbiotic if you're going to do that, something similar, something not too far away from your brand. What tips do you have for other people that are considering? How do you know if you're prepared to bring in this new opportunity and stream of income?
Well, for myself, it's really like I'm a walking billboard, and some people may not know their purpose. And so for me, it's just really leaving that legacy to really help people to understand that they have a purpose and they're here for a purpose. No one is here without a purpose. Sometimes we derail and we take, different journeys to get us back in alignment with our purpose. But really for myself, I'm a walking billboard, so no other place to wear it than where I'm at and the message that I have to share.
So Brittany, let's get into your podcast. Tell us about your show and what type of guests will be featured on your show.
So the Signature Required podcast, it is to really interview athletes, entrepreneurs, entertainers. We talk about business, entrepreneurship, and everything in between, anything that's tied to your name, really just allowing people to share what they have and their purpose and what their purpose is. We never let anyone leave without sharing their purpose and then, what they have going on. So that is what birthed the podcast, and it was a great way for us to market, market our brand. Putting the podcast out, I just was able to incorporate everything, and that's how we talk about entrepreneurship, business, everything in between, and that's the Signature Required podcast. So I was very much inspired by David Shands from the Social Proof podcast.
Fantastic. And honey, and when that signature is required and you have your family's name on some things, you start thinking twice about the way you move and you respect, the people that you come from and who you are. And it sounds like that, this is obviously what you're doing. Before you go, we need to know where we can listen to the podcast and how we can keep up with your business.
Yes, so the podcast is available on all platforms of Spotify, YouTube, Apple. We're everywhere. And we are at signature required _. And of course, you can find me at BrittanyRenee.com, BrittanyRenee247 on Instagram. And we're also doing a campaign right now for any athletes that are in college. We are looking for brand ambassadors that align with our purpose and our message, especially with the NIL now. I've been on the line with them. And so definitely trying to take signature required, to another level and looking for all brand ambassadors.
That's right. And if you don't know what she's talking about, if you have a young student athlete in college, folks are getting paid now. You weren't able to get paid for your jersey and your name and your likeness, but that signature is required today and folks are able to get the check. So I'm going to connect you with Brittany Furlow. She has a new show in the same synergy, broadcasting on the CW San Antonio, one of my students from Media Mogul University. So she's going to be a good one for you. Yes, people. Yes. And Brittany Renee, her information is here. She is Brittany Renee 24/7. Okay. Hence the Instagram. So find her, keep up with her. She's got a lot for you. And stay tuned because coming up next, you guys, we have a fantastic show for you today. And listen, if your Insta feed is a mess, don't fret. We have the woman for you, Sarah Sweeney. She is next, and she's giving you tips on how you too can create a scroll-stopping feed. We'll be right back.
Do you have a business idea but struggle with analysis paralysis on how you can bring it to life? Our proven system will help you to master your mindset, get clarity on your skills, and teach you how to start an online business from idea to income streams. Connect with us today over at RaquelWalters.com and schedule your consultation call.
Hi, I'm TK Kwan. And I'm Sabrina Kwan. And we're the founders of Chew on Something. Hey. And we are the founders, as Sabrina said, of Chew on Something. We're also writers and creators, and we work in fashion. And you can keep up with us at Chew on Something Official. And we're on all the major platforms. Yeah. And you're watching the Connect Network TV.
Welcome back, Texas. So, okay, talk about, and like hands down, the most beautiful Instagram feed, okay, on the gram.
That's right, Natalie. We have the one and only Sarah Sweeney, the queen of digital, you guys, with us today. And I'm coining that phrase for her.
Yes. Okay. She deserves it. And Sarah, she is going to show us how to finally deliver scroll stopping videos from the comfort of our phones. A lot of times we think we need the tech and it's just an overwhelm. So Sarah Sweeney is here to break it on down and make life easier. Welcome to the show.
I'm putting my crown on. That's my crown. Thank you.
Let's get all the way into it because your creativity digitally, it's obvious that there is a level of professionalism and education that is going into everything you're building. You have a 14-year background in television, and now you've gone over to the social media space and you are running and really doing your own thing, building your own business. You've gone from TV to social. So talk about that transition thus far in your business and why you made the change from TV to social to lead.
Exactly. Just as you said, I have over 14 years of television experience with the world's top networks, Discovery Channel, MTV, ABC, you name it, Univision, ESPN. And it was in 2020 that I was laid off to my job due to COVID. And that's when I started seeing the transition of television, traditional television into digital platform. And that's when I said, I'm seeing a huge opportunity in the market right now. I'm not going to go back to television. If everything's switching from television to digital, I'm going to help solopreneurs, teach them how to give them the power to use video for their social media handles in order to find their ideal client.
Yeah, that's interesting. And you say don't worry about fancy cameras because our cell phones are really our most powerful tool. Talk about that and how to use them because you've mastered that in so many ways.
Exactly. People don't understand that you have a content machine in the palms of your hands, which is your cell phone. And talking to many of my one-on-one clients used to tell me, Sarah, I want to create video, but which camera do you recommend? A Sony, this, a PMW X1 with all these XLR cables? And I said, no, use your cell phone. You can connect your lavalier mic, any mic onto your cell phone, get a light, and that's all you really need to create cinematic quality video from the palms of your hands. No need to get all worked up and the tech behind it, and it should be accessible to everyone.
So, Sarah, your goal for 2023 is just to really launch courses and teach people how to level up and really become true solopreneurs. I want to know more about what those opportunities look like and what people can expect if they go through some of your courses or programs.
Yes, as you've said, I'm so excited because next year I'm using these 2.5 years that I've used doing one-on-one workshops with my clients to address all those questions that you have regarding video content and how to create content easily from your cell phone in 24K amazing quality. So I'm going to be having some free workshops, and then I'm going to be launching some courses and some free digital downloads.
Yes, you guys, it's so good. Truly, go check her out. Like every time you post, I'm like, I'm sharing, reshare, because you have all the tips and just how to film cinematically on your camera, switching that lens over. That's just a big tip right there. So real quick before you go to social handles, how do we optimize our social media handles so that our products and services can be really found more easily?
I love this data. This is so exciting for me. This is like candy to my ears. Because did you know that Google executive recently said that they're losing traffic to TikTok and Instagram because we're going onto TikTok and Instagram to search for things as we would on Google. So you need to optimize your profile with these keywords. And I help my clients optimize their profile so that they're found for their niche, by their ideal clients. And also another step that's really important, by just landing on your profile so that you don't leave people second guessing. So this is what needs to be done in order to find your ideal clients on social media.
Trust me, people. Sarah Sweeney's the digital coach for you. And you actually guarantee first leads in 6 weeks or your money back to your clients, right, Sarah? So
Yes.
tell us a little bit more about that.
I recently started doing this when my clients were seeing results within as little as 6 weeks, because my one-on-one strategy calls last 6 weeks. So every week we do something different. You have to have something legit if you're going to invest this time, this precious time, these 6 weeks, and precious money and time, and to get your first clients and your first leads.
Wow. Sarah, you're so amazing. You all definitely take a minute, go to her feed, and you will definitely understand why she is the person you want to work with. So if you can, Sarah, before you go, put that crown on, girl, and give us the way we keep up with you on social and beyond.
Find me on Sarah Lena Digital on Instagram. That's where I mostly hang out. Write me a DM, say where you found me, and let's connect.
Let's do it. All right, girlfriend. So happy to have you. And you at home, stay with us, because coming up next, we are really going to be dropping dimes for the brand new entrepreneur that is ready to finally get started. Sarah Maria is going to show you how next.
Hi there, I'm Kayla Kraft. I help women make money and increase their net worth. You can find me at mommymillionaire.co, and you can watch me on the Connect Network TV. Make sure to tune in.
So welcome back, Texas. All right, the level up continues.
That's right, Natalie. And our guest is ready to help not only those that are new to business, but those that are also more advanced.
Yeah, because I mean, let's face it, we all know whether you're new to business or you're growing in business, we definitely have to continue to learn because school is never out for the pros. So help us welcome Sarah Maria to the show. Hi. Beauty. Hello. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. How are you, ladies?
We're so good. Yeah,
I'm so happy
fantastic.
to have you. So cute name. Let me get it straight. It is the Business Babe Basics. How did you come up with Business Babe Basics?
Well, for the name, God gave me the name for the idea, but the whole business came from I was working with the SBA for 2 years during the pandemic. And so I was a loan officer. And I was realizing that when people were trying to get these loans, they didn't have everything in order. Like they didn't have a business bank account, they didn't have the EIN number. I have a heart for women anyway. So I was like, let me help women get to where they need to get to faster.
And working with the SBA with loans, that's huge. I mean, girl, I don't know how you survived that. But anyway, so let's talk about launching. For those that are just launching, what are the first 3 steps when you're just getting started in business?
Well, one step is, okay, first and foremost, no one ever tells you this. You need to get your mindset right. So if your mindset isn't right and you aren't right, your business is not going to be right because your business is an extension of you. The second thing is like you need to go to your state websites. Like for me, so like Arizona, go to the Secretary of State, look up to see is Business Babe Basics available. If it is available, great. Then also I want to go and make sure I can get use social media with the same handle and the website with the same handle. And then the third thing I would do is, well, they kind of go together. Get your EIN number, which is your tax ID number, and your business bank account. So you need to have your finances separated from Jump Street.
That's such a great tip. And don't muddy the waters along the way. Like get a bookkeeper, find someone that can help you because that will make everything so much easier at the end of the year. Wendy's really organized in that. She does that for her family's business. She does all the admin, takes care of all the books, and you got to know your numbers because if you don't know your numbers, you're going to be in for a surprise. And tracing those things week after week, day after day can make a big difference in how your year turns out. So let's talk to those that are a little bit farther down the line. You know, they have all of those things. They've got the business name. They're making some money. What are some things that you're seeing more advanced small business owners not do, or what should we be acknowledging a bit more that we aren't?
So I would probably, 2 things. Number one, I would say trademark. Like trademarking is expensive, but if you're like, 6 months to a year in, definitely get your business name trademarked. And then the second thing is also business insurance. So I feel like you don't need it to begin with, but later on, as you advance, you're going to need insurance. That way, in case anything happens, you're sued or anything like that, you'll always be able to keep your business assets and your personal assets separate.
Right, which is also why you want to have your separate entity so your personal assets cannot be attacked. That's good. Wendy, you know everything. Wendy knows everything. Yeah. Tell us more, Wendy.
That's a really important one. That's a really big one. It's definitely keeping them separate because you don't want them coming at you for your personal belongings and properties. So let's talk about Boss Hour. Can you share with us what that's all about?
Yes. Okay. So Boss Hour is my absolute fave. So Boss Hour is our networking group. It is for purpose-driven women who value collaboration over competition and want to expand their network and their net worth. So every month we have different events. Like last month we had a brunch. This month we are having a Friendsgiving. So it's Boss Hour presents Friendsgiving, where boss babes give back. And so they help women transition out of sex work and in the strip club. And so they're building together their Christmas baskets. So everyone's going to bring a full size, Bath and Body Works or, Victoria's Secret, something that you would enjoy as a woman. So everyone's going to bring that so that we'll be able to give it to the creative and perfectly flawless.
Another tip that I would like to ask from you, or 2 tips, for our entrepreneurs today that may be feeling like they're stuck or unsure of themselves, especially in the economy, what could you advise them?
Well, first I would say that everything that that you need is already inside you. Like, I believe God gave us everything inside us. And the second thing is, like, no matter what, everyone's not going to believe in your vision, and that's fine, but you have to keep going and make sure that your why is like, you know, why you're doing this. Like, I'm doing this to help other women. And when I sometimes get like depressed and down and stuff, and I'm all focused on me, I'm like, I got to remember, like, it's not about me. It's about these women that they need me. And I'm here to serve them. So you always have to remember your why. Your why can't be, I need to make money. Like, you chase your purpose and the money will come.
Yeah, I think that's a great question about what to do in this economy, because people are not spending unless, you know, you can fulfill that pain point. And I think you said it best. Don't look for the dollars. Find what they need.
You have to find their purpose. And it's like, always, like, just when I was working at the SBA, I'm like, oh, all these people didn't have this. So it's like, what is something that either you notice people need, or what's something that you need that's not there? Then you create it. And that's how it gets there. Okay.
That's
I love that. I love that. Sarah, before you go, how can people connect with you and work with you, follow you? Can you share with our viewers?
Yes. So the best way I'm most active is on Instagram. So you can follow me on Instagram. It's at I_am_SARA_Maria. So like, that's the best. Like, get contact with me, you know, get in the DM, let me know, you know, and then we'll go from there, because I'm always on Instagram. I got a Facebook group too. And I, you know, but if Instagram had groups like that, that's where I would.
I was trying to tell you, I was thinking the same thing. Instagram needs groups. Folks are getting off Facebook, and it's hard to get people into the groups. Right. Instagram groups. I mean,
yes.
Hey, sounds like a trademark. Sounds like a trademark. Yes. Sarah Maria, fantastic tips. Love how you pulled up with your background, boo. Okay, all the way up. So, loving your energy as we push into the holiday. You guys, the new year is here. If you have had it on your heart to start your business, this is the sign. This is the lady. She can definitely get you started. So, we appreciate you, Sarah Marie. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you so much. Happy holidays, ladies.
All right, y'all. Well, coming up next, the fun continues, because who's pulling up? Our favorite, Camille Cower, brings the power with the E-Spot. Coming up next.
Hi guys, it's Ty Hunter. Please check out my new book, Makeover from Within, and you're watching the Connect Network.
Welcome back, Texas. And you know, Natalie, we cannot close the show without getting into the few hot topics. And Camille Cower is back with the E-Spot. Hey, girl.
Hey, ladies. I'm so excited to see you both. And we almost kind of coordinate a little bit, maybe.
A little bit. Yeah, I think we did good.
Yeah. All right. You know, we're getting a little festive. I guess I should have dressed it up a little bit. We're getting more festive. It's time for holiday parties and all the fun and my favorite holiday movies. Ooh. And all the new musical, because I don't care what anybody says, but I'm cool with skipping Thanksgiving. What about you two?
No way. I would never skip Thanksgiving. We're doing it now.
Okay. How about you, Wendy? Does your family celebrate Thanksgiving? Are you willing to give it up this year?
Not this year, because we're getting together. It's going to be a huge group, and all my siblings, we're going to all be together this year.
Oh, that's
it's
nice.
The first time in a while. So no, I cannot give it up. And my kids would not let me give it up.
I will say a lot of companies are doing it now. So ladies, do your research, find out. You can skip the lines. You can skip the staying up overnight, camping out, all of that, and get to enjoy some amazing films that are coming out this November, especially coming out this weekend. And yesterday, some great ones came out. So I'm going to go ahead. Oh, let me take this off. I stumped my finger and it hurts a lot, but it's distracting me how ugly it is. Okay. So beauty over function, beauty over function. The film that I'm the most excited about, it has a lot to do with the Me Too movement. It's called She Said, and it's from the perspective of the New York Times reporter that first broke the story about Weinstein and some other like intricate things that maybe the rest of us didn't really have that privy information that on how it ended up breaking in such a big way that so many stars have come out saying about the abuse they've had, not only with him, but with other people as well. So I'm very interested in this just because we saw the last time they did a movie from the reporter's perspective, how great that was. I'm also looking forward to, I mean, they've done this story to death, I feel like, with Scrooge, but with Ryan Reynolds and the original Elf together, I'm in for it because The Elf is my favorite Christmas movie that I have to watch every year, every time. What are your favorite Christmas movies that you have to watch?
Oh, that's so good, Wendy. Mine is
Home Alone. Kevin, that's a good one too. That's a good one too.
10 times every holiday season. It's pathetic. We even watched it this summer. I'm like, you guys, this is getting ridiculous. So.
It's kind of an addiction. And I would watch Kevin every time because that was kind of like every kid's dream a little bit, to be able to not only be at home alone, but to make booby traps. I mean, come on, that seemed like fun. And I wonder, I think I've asked this before, but I want people to actually write us and tell us what they think about this. Is Bruce Willis's Yippee-Ki-Yay a Christmas movie? Die Hard. Is it? Let's make it the rule today. What qualifies a Christmas movie? Does it have to take place in Christmas, or is it about the story of Christmas, whether Santa or the real reason for the season? Either way, which one do you feel about it?
I think it has to be about Christmas, not just in the time or during the holiday. I think that's what makes it special, is all Christmas things. What about you, Natalie?
And you have to have a tree. I agree. It needs to be about Christmas, and I need to see some lights and some pine needles and things like that.
But on that note, that's the E-Spot. On a good note, when your kids come home for Christmas holidays or Thanksgiving, all of them, they just need the love and the love you put into the food, whatever it may be, whether it's turkey, ham, or sushi.
Okay, so let's, before we close the show, you at home, everybody, what are 2 must-haves on your table this Thanksgiving holiday? Well, you all cheer up. We're going to talk about Christmas coming up in a couple weeks, so make sure you stay tuned. And that's all we have for today. So keep up with us at the Connect Network. Keep up with our guests, Brittany Renee, Sarah Sweeney, Sarah Maria, and of course, Camille Cower at the E-Spot. Wendy Morales, Gone with the Wendy. We'll see you next week.